I just want to do a quick share with you guys. Blessings again, Miss Bev reporting again. But this is something I want to show you and to give you the moral of this share, right? Um, I'm sitting here and I'm on lunch, and then I'm going to have the kids have recess now. After lunch, I'm going to have my second prep for the day, but this prep is a duty prep, so I'm going to be walking the sixth grade hallways, which is great for me because I get to put my movement in. So I want to share something with you guys. I wanted to look at this post in my classroom. This post right here has been an interesting post. When we came here, when school started, the math teacher was placed down here because I was a second math teacher. I was upstairs. Um, when the next school year started after COVID and we opened up, when the next school year started, the principal took me on as a math teacher and as a real math teacher. And so she had broken her ankle and was out. And so what happened was that I started setting up upstairs, which was my original classroom. But my team was saying Bev needs to be down here with us because the sixth grade is on the ground floor. So it made sense to me because, as I said, guys, it's all level, no stairs. Only stairs is to get to specials, and moving the kids from class in the rotations is easier. So I came down and I started setting up, but the principal, she was out and she didn't want me down here. She says, nope, I want her in one of the rooms upstairs. But when the AP came, she says, it's up to you, Mrs. Salmon Black. The principal doesn't want you down here, but it's up to you. If you want to stay, then we'll make it happen. I said, I want to stay. I love it down here. But the problem is, guys, this post right here. This is one of the columns. Is it a column? Right, columns and rows. Yeah, this is a huge column in the classroom, the middle of the classroom. Of course, we're on the ground floor, so it's part of holding up the structure. So when the kids sit here, if you notice, I have a group of kids sitting right there. But depending on where I am in the classroom, there's one kid that you can't find, right? If I'm behind here, you cannot see that kid around there. When I'm in the front of the classroom, we cannot see. If I'm up here teaching with the document reader, I'm teaching this side. You see what happens? I can't see that little kid around there. So the post has always been that thing that takes away the space that we have to utilize, because if I set up the classroom the way it should, I'm not going to see kids who are behind this post. So we always have to try to utilize as much as possible this side and that small portion of the front. I'm sitting at my desk the other day and I thought, because every year, for 2 years, we come in and what the kids would do, if you still look at the below there, if you see further, if I had videotaped the rest of this, like without the paper on it, they draw on it, they do all sorts of things when they hide around the post here. And so you have to keep wiping it down. And then this year I wrapped it with the yellow, like I have in the back of the room. I had a yellow portion left, and we wrapped the post. But then I was sitting at my desk and I said, if I put the yellow on it, what if I put a white board? I forgot what they call this kind of whiteboard, but you can erase, you can write on it and erase. What if I use it as a talking wall where I can write up there, put work on there for the kids and and utilize it. And so there it goes, guys. I started last week to put work on the board. This is a student who on the 3rd, today is the 6th, but we're still doing dividing fractions by fractions. So we're able to put work up there and to help them understand. So I'm able to teach from all the different corners of the classroom. So for the kids on this side down here, if they're behind here, they can come, they can take a partner with them and they can work on the wall. I can do examples for them on the wall and leave it to guide them. We did fractions, we divided fractions by fractions. And you see the strategy that we're using is a multiplicative inverse. And we also would do the reciprocal of the second fraction so that we keep the first one, we change the division to multiplication, and then we flip or use the reciprocal of the second fraction. And then I showed them 2 ways. So the first way was simple and easy, where they get rid of the numbers that are buddies, and then they also could multiply everything across. Summer Black, good afternoon. Harmony is supposed to be with Miss Chandler. They did lunch detention with me, and then I gave them a note to go up to Miss Chandler for no flex. No problem. So this is what my reason for doing this second video, guys, is to just show you that sometimes in life we have some things that seems worthless. We have some things that seem like, my God, it is such a bother. 'Cause that's how we used to look at this post. My director comes in and I would put like the lunch menu on it and different stuff on there, and he says, okay, you decorated that thing and it looks good. But it's just such a useless thing, in the classroom. But guys, look, I found use for it. Now, the kids sitting here in the back section, when I put the work up there, they're able to sit wherever they are here, and they're able to see what to do, how to do it. They could take their notes, they could create their models, they could do all that because I have it posted here. I also have it posted here for the kids on this side who might not be able to see the same dividing that. These kids on this side are capable to create their models and to do what they need to do. And so right now the wall, from being a worthless tool that everybody hated, they walk through and say, oh my God, that column, to now they walk in and, wow, I love that. So that's how life is, my people. That's how life is. Sometimes we see things in a way and we have it there and we call it useless. But if we take a moment we can find uses for it, right? So that's the story of my wall. I was just sitting here grading some papers, and I'm looking at my wall and see how it was helpful this morning as they did their quiz. And I said, let me share the story because there's a moral to this big old, it's like a huge column. And it's there, but thank God, instead of over the break, I said, I wonder if they would paint it for me. I didn't ask because that would have been a work order that has to be approved, and I know probably they wouldn't even do it. But look how it comes in useful. It comes in very useful. Now I can teach from it also. So life has its stories, right? And so, again, I'm wearing a shirt. It's too big. It's a big shirt. But you know what? It's what it is. It's a big shirt. But life has its things, and just like people around us, we get married and we look at our spouses who used to provide so much for us, and then all of a sudden we see them as a useless thing because some of us become you'll get a college degree, you'll become more educated. And they sat and they did everything for us, and they put us through. Not me per se, because I was done when Donnie came in, but I'm saying from some people out there, when you were down and life didn't seem like much was happening, but you find somebody who says, all right, I'll work and make sure you get your education. And once you get your education, you see them as useless because they let you have the education and they have none. And so it becomes that thing. But let's not look down. Let's always lift up, because everything has its use. Every person has his or her use. And let us not forget that. Let us just treat people well. Let us learn to laugh. Let us learn to love. Just love openly and unconditionally. And let us appreciate those people around us. All right? So Miss Bev again signing off. Have a great day by choice, my people.